Did you know that in Mexico, Christmas isn't a one-day event? It's basically a whole freaking season, and most of the traditions start way before December 25th. And the most important part is none of it looks like the Victorian-style Christmas most of us grew up with. One of the biggest December traditions in Mexico is called Las Posadas. It runs for 9 nights from December 16th through the 24th, and it's this mix of community, procession, music, storytelling, and hospitality. Apparently, groups of people walk through their neighborhood holding candles or lanterns, reenacting Mary and Joseph's search for shelter, which just sounds beautiful to me. And here's the part that gets overlooked. Las Posadas blends Catholic ritual with indigenous forms of communal procession, song cycles, and ceremonial hospitality. It's not a reenactment in like the theatrical sense, it's a living tradition shaped by multiple cultures, which I just think is so cool. And then you get the piñatas, which I'm guessing you associate with birthdays because I absolutely do, but the classic Mexican Christmas piñata is a whole different thing. It's a star-shaped one with 7 points, and each point symbolizes something specific. Originally, it was apparently the 7 deadly sins, which is creepy and awesome at the same time. The act of breaking it wasn't meant to be random fun, it was symbolic. And the materials came out of indigenous craftsmanship long before paper piñatas existed. And if you know anything about Mexico, food is a huge part of the season too. You have ponche, a warm fruit punch made with tejocote, cinnamon, sugar cane, and guava. Guava is one of my favorite fruits, by the way. All ingredients with deep indigenous roots. You have tamales, which go back to pre-colonial Mesoamerica, and you have the Christmas Eve dinner, which is usually massive and varies by region, but it's always a big communal event. And then there are the pastorelas, folk plays performed by communities. They're comedic, dramatic, sometimes a little bit chaotic, and they're one of the best examples of Mexican culture blending indigenous storytelling traditions and Spanish morality plays. Makes a whole new art form, which is cool. You also have nacimientos, or nativity scenes, and some families go all in. Like, these aren't tiny tabletop figures like what we have here in the States. There are like whole neighborhoods where entire rooms or like courtyards become nativity landscapes with rivers, lights, animals, and like whole little ecosystems. What I love about Mexican December traditions is that they're not imported or Victorian like what we have. They are communal, layered, and rooted in indigenous practices. They reshaped them through Catholicism and then developed into something entirely local and alive, and it feels less like a holiday you celebrate and more like a season you move through with your community. If you come from Mexico or Mexican heritage, which part is your favorite? What do you want to know next? Follow for more.